ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु। तदात्मनि निरते यौपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् वो વધારે પાણી ભરાય ને આમાં ચાલ કઈ यदा वै विजानाति अथ सत्यं वदति न अविजानन् सत्यं वदति विजानन्नेव सत्यं वदति विज्ञानं त्वेव विजिज्ञासितव्यमिति विज्ञानं भगवो विजिज्ञासे इति। यदा वै विजानाति अथ सत्यं वदति। When one knows the truth, idam paramatah satyamiti. When one knows the truth that this is the truth in the real sense, absolute sense. Because there is the truth in the relative sense also, as in our day-to-day life. When one knows the truth that transcends all the relativity, paramatah, that which absolute transcends all relativity, which of course one's own self, fortunately. Thus, when one knows oneself as a satyam, as a truth, as a changeless substratum, as absolute reality, that which is the irreducible substance about everything, then तदा अनुतम विकारजातम वाचारम्भणम हित्वा. Just as when one knows the actor, automatically the costume, which is a superimposition. When you see a beggar on the stage, what's the reality of beggar? Nothing more than the word beggar. You understand that the entity there is only actor. So when you use the word beggar, it only lands on the costume, not on the entity there, the person. So when you see that person as the actor, automatically the beggar, which is vacharambhanam, which has reality as good as the word beggar, hitva, is automatically given up, is negated, is falsified in your mind. And you see that person is actor. Then he comes as a king, he comes as a minister, he comes in variety of roles, all of them, sarvikāravastham, in all the costumes. The actor that is present in the king also, beggar also, minister also. So Sat that is present in all the names and forms of the very self, Sadeva ekam satyameti. He does not swerve from this perception or vision that actor alone is real, whether he is a beggar, king, villain, or whatever he hero, whatever he is. Athavadati, even though he may use the word beggar or use the word king to describe that person, in his mind he knows it as the actor. Meaning that in his perception or vision, he transcends ativadi bhavati. He transcends the beggar, transcends the actor, transcends all the relative roles. They are all relative. Beggar is a relative because he is dependent upon actor. King is relative because again dependent upon the actor. Actor does not depend upon anyone, he is absolute. Then the question was asked to clarify the meaning of word satyam. Nanu vikaropi satyameva nam rupe satyam tabhyamayam chinna pranaschinna. At one point the Upanishad Upanishad said the name and form also are satyam. So for the names and forms which are only the relative reality, word satyam is used there. Pranavai satyam tesham eshaha satyam. The second statement, the word satyam is used twice. Pranavai satyam, that pranas are satyam, or the vital air is satyam. The whole universe, which is manifestation of prana, is satyam. Tesham esha satyam. Of all these prana, the vital air or the sense organs, this Paramatma is satyam. So thus the word satyam is used for nama rupa, for the five elements from which names and forms are derived. Word satyam is used for pranas, for the relative universe. Word satyam also is used for that which is the truth of the pranas, the absolute reality. So word satyam is used in three senses. So Vashyakara said, the word satyam that is used in case of the nama rupa and prana, Nandu paramartha apeksha muktam. That word satyam is not in the sense of paramartha, absolute reality. Tari kim tari indriya vishatva apeksham. So that which is the object of sense perception, that also is called satyam. In a relative sense, the universe which is the object of the sense perception is also real in a relative sense. So in that sense, the word Satyam is used. Satya Tyachedi Satyamiti Uktam. How can you use the word Satyam for this relative universe? Because the universe is the product of 5 elements which are described as Sat and Tyat. The 3 elements, earth, water and fire, which are form are called Sat, and air and space which are formless are called Tyat. Pratyaksha, Paroksha, Gross, Subtle. But why do you call these 5 elements Satyam, the Jagat Satyam? Why do you? So you somehow explain that Satyam is made up of Sat and Tyat. So why should Upanishad use the word Satyam knowing that this is not Satyam? Tadvarena cha, number 1, because Satyam can mean Sat and Tyat, in that sense the word Satyam is used. Tadvarena cha Paramartha Satyasya Upalabdhi Vivakshita iti. That is Satyam in the form of the 5 elements. Satyam in the form of this manifest universe. Tadvarena, it can become dvara, become gateway, become means. How? Apavada adhyaropa apavada nyayana. That when you analyze the Satyam, realize that it is adhyaropa. You see that beggar, then again see the actor, then again see the minister. You know that this is adhyaropa, superimposition. It cannot be real because what is real will not change. So also when you analyze, examine the names and forms which are constantly changing, realize that it cannot be real. It's a superimposition where adhyaropa is there, adhisthana must be there. Superimposition cannot be without the substratum. A rope snake cannot be without a rope. A pot cannot be without the clay. So Brahmana avagati vivakshita. That way, the relative also, by revealing itself as relative, when the relative is known as relative, then if the mind is in search of the absolute, then the relative becomes a dvara or means of reaching the absolute, which is the. So, how? By apavada. That this is relative. Giving it up, let it go, deny it or negate it. Thereby revealing the Satyam or the Paramathikam Satyam. So, Pranamaya Satyam, Tesham Esha Satyam iti cha Uktam. It is from this, the Pranada Satyam, relatively. And their superimposition of which the substratum is the absolute reality. Therefore, the word Satyam is used twice in that sentence. Once meaning relative Satyam, second meaning absolute Satyam. So that was the Viditatmananda Upanishad context. What about here? Tena cha virodha vikaratva anudabhinasya nasti itiyaha. So what is the, here also in the previous passage, understand? Pranaheva etani sarvani bhavati. Savayesh evam pashyan evam anvana evam vijan ativari bhavati. In that passage, the prana is described as Satyam here also. In Viditatmananda Upanishad, Pranamaya Satyam, Teshamaya Satyam. So there also prana was called Satyam for a different reason. That prana, the relative Satyam, which will lead us to the knowledge of the absolute Satyam. Here also in the previous passage, prana, because by saying that, one who knows prana as the Atma becomes Ativadi. We said that Ativadi means Mukta. Ativadi means one who transcends everything in his speech. So even the knower of prana also was called Ativadi. That he also transcends everything in speech. So knower of prana also was called liberated. In that sense, prana also was called Satyam there. So in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, prana were called Satyam because they were the means of knowing the absolute Satyam by Apavada. Here the Upanishad says prana is Satyam, and then it says Eshatu va ativadati yas satyena ativadati. Having called the knower of prana Ativadi, then right away he is dismissed, negated, and says the knower of Satyam is called Ativadi in the real sense. So what was the purpose here? Ihapi tadishtameva. Here also that prana is Satyam in a relative sense is Ishtam, also serves the purpose. So there the purpose was different, here the purpose is different. Ihatu prana vishayat paramad satya vijnana abhimanad vyutyapya naradam Sanat Kumara. Here, what State Sanat Kumara does is Naradam Vyuthapya, drawing away Narada from his Abhimanam or from his conclusion. Prana Vishat Paramana Satya Vijnana Abhimanat. The sage Narada thought that knowing prana is knowing Brahman. So that false conclusion Narada had reached. Vyuthapya, lifting him from that, turning him away from that. The next passage says, Eshatu ativadi bhavati yas satyena ativadi bhavati. Narada sat sadeva satyam paramada bhumakyam tad vijñāpayishyāmi. So Sayyid Narada thinks, Sayyid Sanat Kumara thinks that I will turn Narada away from his conclusion that prana is Satyam, and I will make him see that Bhuma, which absolute reality, is Satyam. Eshaha Visheshataha Vivakshitaha Artha. In this particular Upanishad, in this context, the specific meaning intended is to turn Narada away from his wrong conclusion. Okay, now on the page 327, in the line 22, says Anandagiri, Yada vai vijanati atha satyam vadati iti yad vyakhyatam. Yada vai vijanati atha satyam vadati. That part of the passage he explains. Then the Upanishad says, Na avijanan satyam vadati, vijananeva satyam vadati. Same statement is explained by Upanishad itself by Anvaya Vyatireka. Yada vai vijanati atha satyam vadati. When one knows, then one speaks truth. Okay? So they explain further. Na avijanan satyam vadati. Without knowing satyam, one cannot speak satyam. Vijananneva satyam vadati. When one knows satyam, then one speaks satyam. Vyatireka and Anvaya. So that's what Anandagiri said. Yada vai vijanati atha satyam vadati vyakhyatam tat Anvaya Vyatireka sfutayan. Upanishad itself clarifies it by Anvaya and Vyatireka. Adu Vyatireka maha. First Vyatireka is what? Na avijanan vadati. One cannot speak truth without knowing the truth. So Bhashyakara says in the fourth line, Na avijanan satyam vadate. Without knowing the satyam, one cannot speak satyam. Look at the line 23 in Anandagiri. Paramat Satyam Avijanannapi Vadati Ajnadiniti Ashankyaha. We say this is fire, this is sun, this is moon. We say all of this. So without knowing absolute reality also, people do use the word fire for fire and moon for moon and sun for sun. So they see fire as fire and sun as sun. What's wrong? So they are seeing it. They are seeing what it is. And so you, without knowing absolute reality. Or if you go to line 36, Nanu Avijanannapi Ajnadikam Vikaram Vadan Satyameva Savadati. Is it not that without knowing the absolute truth, Avijanan Satyam, Ajnadikam Vikaram Vadan. See, in our day-to-day life, whatever you come across is all vikaram. Whatever we come across is all subject to change and modification. Like fire, like water, like earth, like space, like sun, like moon, etc. So they are also real. So when we use the word fire for fire and sun for sun, then we are saying what is. Avijanannapi Ajnadikam Vikaram Vadan Satyameva Savadati. Even the fire, etc., are all subject to modification. When the person uses fire for fire, he only speaks truth because Vikarasya Sarvasya Sadrupata Vitirekana Rupantara Bhava. The point is there is nothing but Satyam. Understand point now. After all, when I say pot, then also I am only saying truth because really pot is nothing but clay. So even when I use the word pot for this object, in fact I am talking about clay only, without knowing. Without knowing this object as clay, even when I take this object as pot and use the word pot, in as much as there is nothing other than clay, even pot also is nothing but clay. Then even when I use the word pot, what's wrong with it? Because it is never apart from clay anyway. Sarvasya sadrupada vyatirekena rupantar abhavad. Whatever form this object pot takes, big or small or it breaks into shards and whatever, it is never away from clay, isn't it? You break it in different shapes and pieces, then also it is never away from clay. Similarly, what we call fire and earth, etc., are never away from Sat. So therefore they are also, if Sat is real, then because they are never away from Sat, therefore they are also real. So a wise person also will use the word fire for fire. And we are also using the word fire for fire. So what's wrong with it? Ato na avijanan satyam vaditi ayuktam. They were to say that without knowing the truth, if you use the word fire, etc., then you do not know, it's not right because what is Satyam? Satyam alone or Sat alone manifests as all these names and forms. There is nothing other than Sat. So Purnameva Vashishyate, what is this Purnam from the standpoint of substratum? So that substratum Purnam or Satyam is there everywhere, in the pot also, in the fire also. And therefore, it is never apart from Satyam, so I am not really saying something wrong. Yes, you are right. Tathapi saha vikarasya satyatam manyate. It is not what word you use, it is how you actually see the thing in your mind. You may use the word pot for this object. But in your mind you are very clear that this is nothing but clay, then it's okay. But here is a person who uses the word pot knowing that it is clay, and another person who uses the word pot thinking pot is real, you see. So the wise person can use the word pot knowing that it is clay, and an ignorant person uses the word pot thinking that pot is real. There is a big difference between the two. Tathapi saha vikarasya satyadam manyate. An ignorant person takes the vikara, the changing, the name and form as real. Natu vikara nirakarena paramatham satyam vadati. So one who knows his object, in his mind, he negates the partness, the reality of partness, and sees the reality of clay. One who knows the reality, who does not know, thinks that pot itself is real. And therefore, it is not what word you use, it is what the vision you have about what you are interacting with. Natu vikara nirakaranena paramatham satyam vadati tasyeva ativadana rupatvadi pariharati. Only when you see the clay that you transcended the pot. When you see the sat, then alone you transcended the name and form, not otherwise. So Mahashakara says in the fourth line, Yastu avijanan vadate saha ajñādi sabdena ajñādi paramātha sadrūpān manyamāno vadate natute rūpatraya vyatirekena paramāthatas sante. Just to avijanan vadati, without knowing satyam. When we use the word fire, for example, so agnyādi sabdena, the ignorant person, when he uses the word fire for a regular fire, for earth, for the regular earth, water for the regular water, then agnyādin paramatha sadrūpān manyamāno vadati. At that time, he thinks that Agni is real, Prithvi is real, water is real. So that is how he uses the words. He thinks beggar is real. So one who uses the word beggar, knowing that there is an actor, he transcends the beggar, at least in his mind. This fellow does not know there is an actor, he thinks that's a real beggar, then he is not speaking truth. He thinks he is speaking truth, but he does not, because it is not a beggar, it is an actor. So Paramātha Sadrūpān Manyamāno Vadati. He thinks that all those rupa, all the changes, are real. But then says Anandagiri Tarhi Katham Sadeva Paramatha Satyamiti Vadatah Abhishta Siddhiti Ashankyaha. And one who says Sat alone is Paramatha Satyam. How Abhishta Siddhi, how do you call him Ativadi? So Vashyakara says, Natute Rupatre Viterekena Paramatha Saddhi. Agni etc. is not really different from three colors. Yadagnehe Rohitam Rupam Tejasas Tad Rupam Yat Shuklam Tat Apam Yat Krishnam Tat Annasya. The sixth chapter. Say Viddharaga, say to Shvetaketu. Hey Shvetaketu, the fire that is in front of you, the red color that you see in that fire belongs to element Tejas. The white color you see in the fire belongs to element water. The black color that you see in the fire belongs to element earth. So when you see that these three colors belong to those three elements, that fire is nothing but a combination of three colors, red, black and white, and those three colors stand for those three elements. Element tejas, element water, element earth. Then in your mind you have transcended the fire because you see them only as a play of the three colors and not as fire anymore. So this person recognizes that what appears before us as fire is nothing but the play of three colors. He sees them as three colors and no more sees them as fire. Apagat agnehe agnitvam. Then fire loses the fireness. Vacharambanam vikaranam, because fire is vacharambanam. See, the fire loses its existence, understand? When what appears as fire is seen as only three colors, then fire has lost its existence, is no more there. What is there is three colors. Apagat agnehe agnitvam. What was called Agni is no more Agni. Vacharambanam vikaranam. It is only Vacha, Agni, fire. Has no reality more than the word fire. Trini rupani ityeva satyam. This is that the three colors alone are real. So that Vashyakara said, Natute rupatraya vyatekena paramatva santi. Then water also is three colors and sun also is three colors and moon also. Everything is three colors only. So how the Chhandogya Upanishad 6th chapter showed us that whatever there is in the universe which is perceptible to eyes is nothing but a combination of three fundamental colors: red, black and white and black. So everything in the universe loses its name really and is replaced by these three colors only. When you see the ornament as gold, then bangle loses bangleness. It only reduces to gold. So bangle is never apart from gold. Similarly also, no object is apart from three colors. Then further Bhashyakara says, Tatha तान्यपि रूपाणि सदपेक्षया नैव सन्ति इत्यतः न अभिजानन् सत्यं वदति. Then Sri Vindalaka showed how. What is earth is nothing but water. Earth is a product, Shungam, and Bija. What is Bija? Cause is water. Water also is sprout. What's the seed? Fire. Fire also is sprout. What's the seed? Sat. So you can subsequently reduce into cause and cause and cause and arrive at the irreducible cause which is Sat. Even those three rupa, the three colors also, Sadapeksha naiva santi, they also have no existence apart from Sat. Ityatah na avijan satyam vadati. Therefore, when somebody says this is fire without knowing what the real reality is, then he is not speaking truth. Only when he sees the fact that what is fire is nothing but Sat or Satyam, only when he knows that, then alone he speaks truth. The last line the other tika naiva santi iti manyamanaha natu vadati padadvayam shangena yojyam. See, Bhashyakara says natu te rupatraya vyatirekena paramatah santi tada tani rupani sadapeksha naiva santi iti manyamana. See, Agnyadi Shabdena, Agnyadin Paramartha Sadrupan Manyamano Na Satyam Vadati. But then one knows that this fire is not apart from three colors, and three colors are also not apart from Sat. Neva Santi iti Manyamana. That these three colors also are never apart from Sat, knowing that Natu Vadati. So, he does not speak Agni, etc. He only speaks Sat and Sat. That's how he says. Iti Padadvaya Anushangena Yujyam. Okay. Upasamhati ataha na vijanan satyam vadati. Therefore, one cannot speak truth without knowing the truth. Or Annike said, Tani eva tarhi rupani pruthak vidyante. All right. You reduce the fire into three colors. Do these three colors now exist independently? He says no. Tatha tani api, even those three colors also do not exist apart from Sat. So on page 320, Annagiri says, Ataha asya nasti satyavaditvam. Therefore, one who thinks that fire is real, na satyavaditvam, he does not speak truth. Kintu asatyavaditvam eva. Look at him. This is fire, and he says this is fire. He is asatyavadi. This pot is pot, asatyavadi. Beggar is beggar, asatyavadi. Because beggar is actor, pot is clay, fire is Sat. Idupa samhagati ityatah na avijanan satyam vadati. Therefore, that is vyatireka. One does not know satyam cannot speak truth. Vyatirekam darshayitva anvayam achaste. So vyatireka, without knowing satyam, one cannot speak satyam. Then anvaya, knowing satyam, one speaks satyam. So Vashyakara says on the page 328, Vijananneva satyam vadate. Only when knows satyam, then alone he speaks satyam. Says the Tika, Vijaneva satyamati avantaram iti yuktamiti shesha. So Bhashyaka Vijaneva satyam vadati iti yuktam. It's quite proper that Upanishad says that one speaks truth only when one knows truth. Going to Anandagiri in line 19, page 328, Astu tarahi satya vijnana purvakam ativaditvam iti ashankyaha. Alright? Astu tarahi satya vijnana purvakam ativaditvam. Alright? I will know satyam. Satya vijnana purvakam, true. I become ativadi, preceded by the knowledge of satyam. Okay. Or if you go to that, Tika, line 26, Vijnanam tvaya vijignyasaviti anupannam. It's interesting. Says Sarat Kumara, Vijnanam tvaya vijignasitattvam iti. Understanding Vijnanam has to be sought after. Vijnanam vijignasitavyam. Hey Narada, you must seek after the understanding. Understanding of Mahavijnana doesn't come just like that. But here the Tikakara says, Vijnanam tvaya vijignastamiti anupannam. That is not right, logical. Vijnana visheka vijnana ichha abhavad iti ashankya. Unless there is a desire for knowledge, one will not be pursuing knowledge. Therefore, vijignastavidi anena prathanitvam lakshate. So knowledge must be known, Says no, knowledge must be prayed for. So vijnanam vijignasitavyam vijnanam prarthaniyam. That's what we understand, that when will you know the Satyam? When you seek to know the Satyam. When there is a desire to know Satyam. When your mind prays for that knowledge, then alone the knowledge takes place. Ataha nukta dosha. Therefore, that is, so vijnana vishaya vijnanichcha bhava. How can there be knowledge, desire for, vijnana vishaya vijnanichcha? So knowledge of the desire for knowledge. Knowledge of desire for knowledge doesn't make sense. Therefore, one should pray or seek the knowledge. Not desire for desire. Or desire, knowledge of the desire for knowledge. It should be the desire for knowledge only. So Bhashyakara says, Nacha tat satya vijnanam avijignasitam apratitam nyayade ityaha. So Bhashyakara avijignasitam apratitam. So vijignasitam pratitam. Vijnanam teva vijignasitavyam, meaning vijnanam teva prathaniyam. One should pray for or desire for the knowledge of the truth. So therefore Sanat Kumara says, Vijnanam tveva vijignasitavyam ite. So understand the word Vijnana is used second time. First, in the 8th section it came. There it was Vijnanam is the knowledge of the scriptural knowledge. Here Vijnanam is the knowledge of the truth. So that's the difference. Therefore, you will know only when you pray for the knowledge. When you desire for knowledge, when you pray for the knowledge, then only you will come to know. Siddhanagiri, yadi evam jignasa dvara satya vijnanam niyam iti evam ishtam chet ityartha. Yadi evam jignasa dvara satya vijnanam niyam iti evam ishtam chet. If by jignasa, by the desire for knowledge, if the knowledge of the knowledge satyam is to be known, so knowledge to be known, then knowledge should be desired for. Satyavadanam prati satya vijnanasya yatha karanatvam uktam tatha purvasya uttaram karanatvena drashtam iti atidishati. So ativadi bhavati ya satyena ativadi bhavati. So one who speaks the truth becomes the real ativadi. Then vijananeva satyam vadati, na vijanan satyam vadati. So by knowledge alone, knowledge of satyam alone, one speaks satyam. So satyavadanam, speaking the truth is caused by the knowledge of truth. One speaks the truth only when one knows the truth. So knowledge of the truth becomes the cause for speaking truth. When will you speak truth? Only when you know the truth. So knowledge is the cause for speaking. So satyavadanam prati satya vijnanasya yatha karanatvam uktam. How satya vijnanam, high knowledge of satyam is the cause of speaking satyam. Similarly, the purvasya uttaram karanam. Similarly also now a series will be told here, one after the other. But everything follows is the cause of what precedes. The atidishati. So this rule, how here, so vijanati asa satyam vadati. When one knows, then one speaks truth. So knowledge is the cause of speaking truth. Similarly now here, each following one is the cause of the preceding one. Same rule is extended now in the subsequent passages. Or going back to the other tika, tat satya vijnanavi jignasitavyam. In short, the satya vijnana, knowledge of satyam also, is to be desired, is to be prayed for. Jnatum prathitam jnayate iti pathastu sugamaha. Tat satya vijnanam avijignyasitam aprathitam jnayate. Jnatum prathitam jnayate iti pathastu sugamaha. Anyway, aprathitam na jnayate or prathitam jnayate. So, if you do not ask for it, you do not know. If you seek to know, then you know. That's how it is. So, vijignyaseti sadhanena vijnanam prathayami. So then, says Bhashyakara further, yadi evam Vijnanam Bhagavaha Vijignyase iti. Then I seek to know the Vijnana knowledge, meaning I am praying for the knowledge. I desire to know. So says Tika, Vijignyase iti sadhanena Vijnanam prathayami. Oh Venerable Sir, please tell me, how do I know? He said, that's what it means. So Vijnanam Vijignyase. So I seek to know the knowledge, meaning that please tell me what is the means of knowledge. How do I gain this knowledge? Evam uttaratrapi yojyam. In the same way, in the following passage also, we have to explain it this way. Prathayami, prathayami. So Vijignyase every time says prathayami. Please tell me, how do I get that? How do I get that? How do I get that? Vijnanasya satyavadana hetutvam iva mananasya vijnane hetutvam shraddhaya. So now we'll find, okay, so see the following passages. Page 329 says, Yadavai shraddhadhati. So then says page 328, Yadavai manute. Then atha vijanati. When one does the mananam, then the knowledge takes place. How does mananam take place? Yathavai shraddhadhati. Atham, next passage. Athavai shraddhadhati. Athamanute. When one is shraddha, then alone mananam or reflection will take place. How will you get shraddha? Yadavai nististhati. Atha shraddhadhati. Only when one serves the teacher, then the shraddha will take place. How do you serve the teacher? Yadavai karoti atha nististhati. Only when you do what is right thing to do, then alone you will be able to serve the teacher. When will you want to do that? Yadavai sukham labate atha karoti. One does something only when one gains happiness out of that. So therefore, a series of the effect and cause is being, or means and end are being told here. So the Tikakara says, Vijnanasya satyavadana hetutvam eva mananasya vijnana hetutvam. So mananam becomes the hetu, the cause for vijnanam. Shraddhaya manane, shraddhaya becomes cause for mananam. Nishtaya shraddhaya, nishtaya becomes cause for shraddha. Krute nishkriti becomes cause for nishtha. Sukhalipsaya krutau, desire of sukham becomes the cause for kruti or action. That's how we have to understand. So Bhashyakara says, Evam satyadinam cha uttarottaranam karoti ityantanam purva hetutvam vyakhyayam. Evam satyadinam cha. Uttarottaranam Satyam Vijnanam Mananam Shraddha Nishtha Kruti Sukhecha. This Karoti, Bhashyakara says, Yadavai Karoti, that is the 21 passage, Khanda, did not include the Sukham Labhate. Iti. So, Satyadyanam, Uttarottaranam, Karoti Nantanam, Puru Hetutvam Vyakhyam is following is the cause of the means, sadhanam for the preceding one. Call it sadhanam. So, the knowledge is the sadhanam for Satyavadanam, speaking truth. Knowledge of truth is the means for speaking truth. Mananam is the means for Satya, knowledge of truth. Shraddha is the means for Mananam. That's how the means and end relationship is there in the following passages. Says the Tika, line 33, Vijnanasya yatna sadhyatvam uktam. So, Vijnanam to vijignyasitavyam. Here Narada, the Vijnanam has to be sought after. Vijnana or knowledge does not take place unless you seek, unless you pray, unless you do what is necessary for the knowledge to take place. So Vijnanasya yatna sadhyatvam uktam. Vijnanam yatna sadhyam. Vijnanam, knowledge can take place only when adequate and proper effort is carried out. Tani eva yatna vishaya sadhanani aha. Alright. So what are those sadhanani? What are those means? Yatna vishaya sadhanani. So what are the means that we have to adopt? What kind of effort we have to make in the form? So effort in the form of adopting proper sadhana. Not just effort, but then effort in the form of adopting proper means. So yatna vishaya sadhana. What are those proper means for which we should strive? They are being said one by one. Yadavai. So next passage says, page 328. Yadavai manute atha vijanati na amatva vijanati matva eva vijanati matistveva vijignyasitavya ide matim bhagavo vijignyase ide. Yada vai manute atha vijanati. So when will one know the satyam? Yada vai manute, one does manana, reflection. Here manana means that the knowledge can take place only when you deliberate. That is a statement of the Upanishad, it says Tattvamasi, that thou art. When will you really understand or know what it means? When you deeply deliberate upon what does this sentence mean? What is Tat? What is Tvam? What is Asi? And in what sense it is said that Tat is Tvam? One has to deeply deliberate upon that. So, even though say it is Mananam means only Shravanam, Mananam, that Mananam, but here the Mananam is the deliberation or inquiry or Mimamsa, analyzing that statement. That's what it means. Because knowledge will take place only by the statements of the Upanishad. And those statements will reveal their meaning provided we dwell upon what the meaning is. And therefore, it is not simply by hearing Tattvamasi, it is by deliberating upon the meaning of that statement. That's called Mananam here. Yadave manute atha vijanati. When one deliberates, then one knows. Na amatva vijanati. A statement will reveal its meaning provided you will in fact deliberate upon that for a length of time. A churning has to take place in the mind. See, a phenomenon is there of an apple falling. That is like nature is telling you. That's a statement of nature, that apple falls. Now you have to deliberate upon that. That churning takes place in your mind. Why should it fall down and not go up, etc.? However, Newton must have thought about it. Then knowledge takes place as to what the sentence of falling apple, what does it mean? That there is something called the force of gravity. That there is a law. That the falling does not take place just in a random manner, in a systematic manner. Whatever falls in a certain systematic manner. And the same acceleration, not the same speed, but the same acceleration, 32.2 feet per second. That's it. Naturally, because you come closer to gravity, it pulls you further, faster, stronger. Pull becomes stronger, so speed becomes faster. But the rate of increase of speed is the same. This is a big thing. So that's a sentence of the nature. And here, the scientist dwells upon that. That's called manana. So reflecting upon that, and then churning the thing in your mind, mathanam takes place. That's how knowledge. Similarly, Upanishad says the sentence, just as the sparks emerge from fire, so also the jivas emerge from Brahman. What does it mean? So one has to, that's what Bhashyakara must have done, Sutrakara must have done, or they must have the Guru Parampara, of course. So yada na amatva vijanati. Because this here, Shabda is the Pramanam. See, Shabda is the Pramanam, therefore the sentence or statement is the Pramanam. Therefore, you have to understand the meaning, the Tatparya, the purport has to be understood. In what sense that word and that statement is used. You must get that very sense in which it is used by the speaker, and that requires a process called mananam here. In fact, that's what Brahma Sutra is all about. Athato Brahma Jignana Vichara Kartavya, that's called Vichara. A deliberation, an inquiry, an analysis. Na matva vijanati. Without that, one does not understand the meaning of the sentence. Matva vijanati. By mananam alone, one knows. Again, that Anvaya Vyatireka, same method is used. Matistha vijignasadabhyayate. Therefore, one should seek to gain that mati, that manana. You must gain that disposition of mind which is able to do that manana or deliberation. That doesn't happen. To deliberate upon this statement of Upanishad, you must have a particular kind of mind. To deliberate upon statement of politicians, you have different one's kind of mind. To deliberate upon statements, of mystics, some kind of mind. Similarly, to deliberate upon statement of Upanishads or Vedanta, you must have some kind of mind. So manana will not take place unless you have cultivated that mind, unless you have done what is necessary to create the state of mind which is fit for manana. So matistha vijaheya narada, you must undertake the proper means for that mati or mananam or that deliberation to take place. You must undertake a proper means. Matim bhagavo vijignyaseti. Oh Venerable Sir, I seek to know what are the means of gaining that mati or mananam. That's what the sentence would mean. So Bhashyakara says, what is it in the line 8? Yada vai manute iti mananam matihi mananam tarkaha mantavya vishaye adaraha. That should come to the next passage actually. What is matihi? So matistha, what is matihi is manana. Mati comes from the root man. So mananam also from root man and mati also, different pratyayas are applied. That's all. And so, both of them in the same, what is tarka? Reasoning. Call it reasoning, deliberate. So, deliberation carried out based on proper reasoning. So, understanding takes place as a result of reasoning. Which reasoning must be carried out conducive to revealing the meaning of that statement. You must also undertake a certain kind of process of reasoning which is conducive to reveal the meaning of the statement. Then mantra vishaya adara. So adara means a love or devotion for mantra vishaya, for vishaya, the matter which is to be reflected upon. So that will come in Shraddha really. That part will come in Shraddha. That's what the Tikakara says in line 33, Shraddha Shabdarthama Mantra Vishayadarahi. So that statement, Mantra Vishayadaraha, comes in the next passage. This is Shraddha. We'll see it tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmedi Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.